How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about Senseonics. It has been on quite the run. Hey, it doesn't seem to be stopping. And of course, with the markets all choppy, I'm even more excited about it. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing that we're going to be going over is a technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support, we want to know resistance, and what we want to look forward to going into tomorrow. And then afterwards, we're going to be going on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information. This is key because we know as far as for the short interest, it can have an impact on the overall stock. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know where institutions loading up on shares today. We're going to find out. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts. So let's get to it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Senseonics. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $3.72, being up 1.64%. On the low, it tested $3.47. And then on the high, testing $3.77. Now, when we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 14.117 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 16.448 million shares. Now, the chart we're using is a 1-year daily chart. When we take a look at our indicators from the RSI, you can see it's right around 66.68. So yes, we are in the overbought territory. When we take a look at the indicators on our chart, yes, we do have strength above the 200-day, the 100-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. And you can see here it is looking very bullish, breaking through areas of resistance and so forth. So if we continue this run going into tomorrow, the next level that I want to see SENS actually get past is right here at this $3.80 level. We ended up testing $3.77 before being met with some selling pressure, but the fact that we closed at $3.72 was something that was great to see. We also see that we have some support that showed up today at $3.47, so let's just call it right here around $3.50, and we can see it in the past that $3.50 has been used as an area of support as well. So that's why I was saying going into tomorrow, if we can keep this momentum, I see no doubt in my mind we should be able to get to $3.80, and then we can really start taking off from there. And essentially we want to see making that move to $4. I'm getting that question. Will it happen this week? Hey, let's just take it one step at a time, see if we can test 380 and see where we can go from there. If it does decide to pull back, like I was saying, I'd want to see 350 hold. And as well, if it decides to pull back even further, then I'll be looking for some support right here around $3.39 since it's been proven in the past as well. Hope you guys found this helpful. So we're on Fintel. We're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information for Senseonics. So green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So what we could see here as far as for the 24th, because we did cover the 23rd already with Morgan Stanley going in with 1.3 million shares, which was great to see. But we also see a filing here for Bright House Funds Trust 2 MetLife Russell 2000 Index Portfolio Class A that went in with 152,529 shares. So definitely that is great to see overall in general. Now, as we scroll looking at the short interest information here, the short shares availability is at 250,000, updated 18 hours ago. And for the short ball fee rate, it is at 2.36%. Now, if we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we could see for the close of the 23rd, it was at 53.56. And now on the close for the 24th, which was yesterday, it is at 44.44. So we did see a reduction there, but it is really high. It is twice what we normally look for. So Senseonics continues to have short squeeze potential. So we have continued volume coming into the stock and there's a lot of buying up of shares. we could see more moves in price action. And then, like many of you, I want to see that $4 range coming real soon. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Senseonics. So we can see here on the inflow it's at 9,880, and then on the outflow it's at 9,709. We have 0 on the large for both. On the medium we have 5,967, and then on the small we have 3,913. On the outflow side it was at 4,680, and then on the small it was at 5,029. So like I was saying, we had an inflow day, but we saw there was a lot of profit taking as well. But due to the fact that there are many who are holding shares looking forward to this FDA approval, and then we have some FOMO on top of that, along with the volume, of course, we're able to see some steady movements in the stock and not having a pullback on the overall day. Now, let's jump into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details. So for my final thoughts for Senseonics, you guys can probably tell from my expression right now, I'm feeling really good about the run-up. Of course, this is in regards to the FDA. Many traders do know about this, and it's part of the reasons why they're riding that momentum as well. So I want to make sure that you know the risks that are involved if you're inside of this play. I'm feeling very confident things will work out, and it's part of the reasons why I've been holding my shares for quite some time at the cost basis of $2.20. I know I keep mentioning that to you guys, but I keep getting that question. I want to make sure I'm being transparent about that. As far as when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information, yes, it continues to have short squeeze potential, but this is of no surprise. It is a penny stock at the end of the day that comes with a lot of volatility, but you already know that, so I won't go into any more details. Now, as far as institutions, yes, from the filings that we saw, they have been loading up on shares, and we know they're looking for a potential return on their overall investment. So that's why I look at it, and I'm very bullish on SENS overall in general. Do keep in mind, we do have some choppy markets that have been happening. We do have a big time Fed meeting that's going to be going down tomorrow, going into Friday as well. So that's one thing to understand, and that could introduce even more volatility ahead. I know many of you are actually waiting to actually get into this play, so who knows? It might pull back further, and you might be able to get in at a better price. But one thing I want to say is do not get into habit of FOMOing into plays or FOMOing just into stocks overall in general. Wait for the best time. I just don't want you guys blindly going into positions. It's just not the right way to go about things, and I want to make sure I'm emphasizing that. So I hope you found this video helpful, and we'll be talking real soon.